Old head on the block. I was coming back from work. They were taking him out in a gurney, doing CPR on him. I think he was maxing. I think he was supposed to max out this month. 40 years.
Damn. What do you think happened?
I don't know. I think he had a heart attack.
He was an old guy?
He was like in his early 60s, late 50s, early 60s.
Damn. I got some horrible news, man. You remember my boy Bashir?
Bashir. Why do I know that name?
He was a real quiet dude.
I know the name.
he was my celly a few times. He kept going to the homes and the hole a lot of times. He got out. Anyway, he got out before me. I was supposed to get out before him, but things happened. And in July when I got out, I'm looking for him, on everywhere. I can't find him, but I seen that he was on parole, and he wasn't in the DOC. And then 2 days ago, I looked at it, and he's in the DOC. He's at SCI Phoenix. So I looked up more and found out that in June, the month before I got out, he was in my town, and he got arrested. I mean, the affidavit made it sound like he was like under the influence of like a hallucinogenic, because there was a lady who called the cops and said this guy's in my car trying to steal my car, and he asked me how do I put it in drive, and I'm telling him to get out of my car, and then when the cops showed up, he's sitting on the curb. I mean, that doesn't sound like him at all. And then they said they tried to talk to him, and he assaulted two of them, and the one said he tried to reach for his gun. I mean, that sort of sounds like him, but and he was resentenced, man. He got sentenced for 2 to 4 for that, and he's on parole for another 10 years, so he's probably gonna do all of that. I'm sick.
It's fucked up.
Oh, yeah. And the dude Tennessee, I just found out he got another hit.
Tennessee, I swear I seen him not too long ago.
He got out 3 or 4 years ago. He was out for 5 months and then went back for a PV violation for being late to 3 NA classes. And he's been in there for 3 years. And now they just gave him another hit. Oh, I heard your boy's in the hole.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a letter.
90.
Do you know what happened, man? His girl messaged me.
They said, because he got his visits back.
Yeah.
He got his visits back. He went up there. She wears the same thing every time. I guess she couldn't pass the metal detector. I think it might have been dermal piercings or something, maybe in the back. Maybe she had them in her back or her hips or something.
Okay.
And they were going off, so they gave him a non-contact. And he went up there, and he started tripping out. And then they said they slammed him on his head. He had to get stitches in his face.
Yeah, that's what she messaged me. She said he was like busted. They busted his eye.
I just across his face right here.
I just got the message, so I just emailed right before I got on here. I just emailed a few people, a few places. How are you though?
I'm alright. I'm here.
You remember the RHU days?
Yeah. I don't like them.
There's like these like I guess social boards or whatever you can post questions on, and I mean, believe me, I've been on them since I've been home because I didn't know a lot of stuff, and I didn't want to ask people I know because I didn't want them to think I was too stupid, because some of these questions were weird. Like there's buttons in my car I didn't know what they meant, and I'm pushing them and I didn't see nothing happen. So then I decided, I better stop pushing buttons and just figure this stuff out. And so I would ask questions like that. There's a lot of questions about like people who are about to go to prison, and they ask like, what's it like? What's the hole like? How long will I survive? Should I take PC? Or how do I go into a lockup to be by myself so nobody shanks me? Is that the correct terminology? Shank? It's hilarious, man. I should honestly like print the questions out and just like ask you and then post it here. This will answer all your questions, man.
If you're not in the way, if you don't give somebody a reason to stab you, they ain't gonna stab you.
Well, what what the problem is, man, is there's like there's a misconception out here, and people who are doing podcasts and these YouTube channels and reels, they're making it seem like prison's like completely different than what it is. My one friend August pointed out, I don't know if you were there back when Irish was there, the dude Irish.
Why do I know that name?
He was there. He was short, skinny dude, all tatted up. He did tattoos. And he ended up taking PC and he got shipped out because he owed a bunch of people money. But he's on this, I think it's like a podcast or something they were doing for Western Penitentiary when it closed down. They interview him and he's talking about, you know, how prison life is. Yeah, man. Yo, them rats, man. We kill every rat in there, man. You can't get away with no ratting, man. If you think you're not gonna get found out, you're gonna get found out. He's wearing a white fedora. I'm like, oh man. And this dude took PC. But people eat that up because then the interviewers are people who I mean no disrespect because they are trying to do the right thing, but they're
oblivious in a sense because they have no firsthand experience.
Exactly. All right, that's a nice way to put it. I was gonna say like,
and they're just like, oh, this guy fits the description of a crook, so we're gonna go with whatever the fuck he says.
you know, when I used to tell people, because they would say something like, "Yo, I think he's a pedophile," I would say I picked him out because I would always say, "Well, he doesn't look like no bank robber." Hey, is your tongue still split?
Yeah, it's still split.
I thought about asking you at the last time. Oh, explain how you did that, man, because that's a hilarious story.
You were my hold up. Were you my
neighbor? No. I was your neighbor when you did it. Yes.
Yeah, it was. So I took a sewing needle, pierced it. Well, I took the sewing needle. I tied you know how like in the hole we'll use thread from the mattress or to fish with because it's it's a little bit sturdier.
It's like nylon. I think.
Yeah, it's like nylon. Yeah. It's almost like 550 cord.
Okay, I don't know.
Like the string, you ever seen paracord? You know, like parachute cord?
No.
Like
I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Like the cord, you know what line I'm talking, like the nylon thread that comes out of it, right?
Yeah, that's a strong thread. I've used it for cutting a pen in half. I would saw it.
So I tied it onto the sewing needle. I pierced it. I pierced it the first time, and it went through crooked out the top. So I pulled it back through, pushed it through again, and then it was straight. I made sure it was between the two veins underneath my tongue. I pushed it through, pulled the thread through. I tied the piece of thread coming out of the top of my tongue. I tied it to a pin. Then I tied the other piece to the bottom. Then I just sawed it in half.
It
was almost like a friction burn.
Did it hurt?
Right towards the end. Like
when you snapped it through?
Like when I remember I was going and like as I got towards the tip of my tongue, I stopped to catch my breath. And then when I reapplied pressure, that's when it like hurt really bad. But it didn't bleed a lot. It only bled a little bit.
You remember Myceli Montana?
Mm-hmm.
Montana Mills. He's doing pretty good out here. He's in Vegas now.
Is he?
Yeah, he may be a little mad that I might be saying this about him, but he inserted filed a dice down into like a heart-shaped thing, and he inserted it into his genitalia. And he's
I thought about that.
I mean I didn't witness it happen, but I knew it happened, and then I was like, yeah. He's telling me about the one day. I was like, yeah, I know, all right. And then he shows it to me. I said, what the hell, Montana? He said, I want to know you. I didn't know if you believe me or not. I said, man, did I ever give you any doubt that I believed you? I didn't need to see it. I believe everything you say. But yeah, so I know for a fact he has it done. Dang, you're still smoking, man?
Yeah, I haven't stopped yet.
You planning on it?
Yeah, I'm getting fed up with it.
How much are they going for on the block?
10. Unless it's like Sunday or Monday, then it's usually 2 for 25.
I heard
Huh?
I heard cable went up. The cost.
Yeah, they gave us like, we got a whole new cable. It's like we got FS1, Fusion, MTV, MTV2, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon.
They gave y'all Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
I mean, I
I mean,
was when I first went in, I wanted to watch SpongeBob and stuff because my nieces and nephews were watching it, so I thought I would have something to talk to them about. But I mean, I don't know why they didn't give it to us.
like I've been watching, like lately it's been like Cartoon Network, Scooby Doo, reruns of Scooby Doo,
Taking it
Looney
back to the
Tunes.
old days.
Yeah, taking it back to the old days.
How old are you now?
27. I'm gonna be 28 in July.
What's that?
That's crazy.
What you got in now? 10?
9 years.
Mm.
9 years.
What's your sentence?
Life without parole. 2 counts of second-degree murder. The lawyer, the one that wasn't even capital case qualified,
Well, how did he
came
get the
in.
job then?
Well, because he was on the case, and then when he was retained, and then when the Commonwealth filed notice of intent to seek the death penalty, he withdrew from the case, but then he re-entered his appearance with an attorney that was capital case qualified.
The girl,
But
there's a girl.
yeah, she didn't even advise though. She didn't do no advisement. She didn't advise me or talk to me. She came in and showed me Discovery one time, and half the Discovery I couldn't even see because it wouldn't work on the computer. The discs, like the DVDs. And then it was like one day the lawyer, the first attorney that was on there originally that wasn't qualified for capital cases.
Yeah.
He came in, and I remember when he came in and seen me. It was before my birthday. It was like maybe before my 21st birthday, and he pretty much like, listen, if you want to see your mom on that contact visit, he said, you need to take this deal. He said, because if you don't take this deal, you're going to sit in the hole for the next 40 years. He's like, and you're guaranteed to live for another 40 years. So if you don't take this deal, you're going to die in the hole.
Your lawyer said that?
Yeah, my original attorney. Yeah. When they came to the county jail to see me, that's exactly what he told me. If you want to see your mom on a contact visit, you need to take this deal, because if you don't, you're going to spend the next 40 years in the hole. You're going to die in the hole.
And you were what, 18? 19?
20 at that time.
All right. Well, yeah. No wonder you did. What do you think when he said that?
No, I was thinking, well, I better take this deal, or I'm gonna die.
Were you in? You were in the hole probably then, right? Because if you were on,
Well, no. I think I had just came out of the hole.
I mean, when you're being charged with a death penalty case, then they put
No,
you
no,
in
no,
a.
no, 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 no. Like in the county, so it's like when I first went in, I was like POC, psychiatric observation, for like 2 weeks, and then I did AC status for like 30 days, and then I went to population. But the notice of intent didn't come till January. I was arrested in October.
Hey,
The intent to seek the death penalty came about 3-4 months later.
and when that happened, though, they didn't move you to solitary.
No.
They did that to me. I was just a drug case, and it was based off my bail. They gave me no bail and moved me to a solitary. A different county. What county? Your county was
Indiana.
yeah.
Indiana.
How do you feel about your appeal now?
I feel good. I'm just waiting. I think the truth will come out. The truth will set you free. People can look at the discovery. You can see, because you can't just believe what the media says or what.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody's case. Like I looked up Glasses when I got out. Your case, and I've read your paperwork, and nothing matches like what the news says. And I mean, there's even like other TV channels, and the reenactments are completely different than the arrest warrant and the affidavits. Glasses, they have him on standing over the body with a shovel and a body bag, and the cops run up on him. You know, and there he is wearing glasses. You know, some guy who looks like him. And on the arrest warrant, that wasn't what happened. They pulled him over and took him into an interrogation room where they left him for like close to 2 days. And then they came in and offered him food and said, "You ready to confess?" And that's where that went. So in your case, there's three, you and your 2 boys, and all y'all are young, right?
17, 18, and 19.
Yeah. And they said you're robbing a drug dealer, and he was bludgeoned to death, and then there was a girl upstairs. Somebody said we can't have no witnesses, and I mean, and there's several different stories, and in fact, there's 3 good stories, and they're all, one of y'all is going up, but it's never the same person. So there's one with you going up, getting the safe. I think there's
Throwing it down the
somebody
stairs.
threw the safe down the steps.
That's what they said.
She was stabbed to death. The girl was stabbed to death, which was the drug dealer's boyfriend. Somebody said you lost it. There's one where it says he lost it and just started beating the drug dealer to death, and then you went upstairs and started stabbing her to death. And I mean, none of it added up.
His story does not corroborate the evidence.
Right, the one where it says the safe being thrown down, because if somebody throws a safe
that would
down,
have left physical damage inside the residence.
Exactly. And there's when I seen your paperwork, there's nothing that was documented, because they would have documented that, but there's nothing listed. They would list every dent, scratch, you know what I mean, in the wall, because it was a double homicide. So any little thing could actually have, meant something down the road. And there's nothing that shows that a safe was tossed down, which was the story that you did it. If they said you did it and you threw a safe down, but there's no.
And the newspapers, they also say that both victims were beaten to death.
Yeah, bludgeoned
with a pipe.
Right.
Which you look at the discovery, the cause of death was not blunt force trauma, or it was loss of blood due to lacerations to the throat.
Yeah.
And the individual saying that I did it is the one that possessed a knife. He admitted that he possessed a knife, but he said I lost my mind and went crazy.
And blamed it on you.
And blamed it on me. I mean, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
For him.
Yeah,
that's one way to look at it. And then you think, because in Pennsylvania, life without parole, there's the tunnel's dark. You feel like that?
Yeah.
You feel like there's gonna be no light?
No, I try not to think like that, but that's how it feels. Like, all right, today it was like old head was quiet. He minded his business. He was kind of husky. I don't know where he was at. I know he was at Albion before. We knew like some of the same people, but he had been here for a little bit. I think he rolled onto an F number back in the day.
Who?
He rolled onto an F number. I don't know if you know him. They called an older dude. His name was C's. That's what everybody called him, was C's. But I was up at work and I heard him, one on Foxtrot Alpha, one unresponsive, right? And then they were like, "We need medical down here right now, administering CPR." And I was like, "Well, because we were getting ready to come back from work. It was like 11:30. We handed out all the makeup bags and did commissary all over the jail. So I'm coming back and I come down the walk, then I cut a left to go onto F block, and I'm coming down and they start coming out with the gurney. And I was like, well, I step off into the grass and I just wait and I just bring him out. He's in a sock, shorts, no shirt, and they're just doing CPR on his chest. Now he's a bigger dude. He's probably like 230. 230, probably like my height, maybe 6'1", 6'2", like 230. Stocky. He didn't. I'm not gonna say he didn't eat unhealthy because I mean I think everybody in here eats a little bit unhealthy, but it was just like they loaded him up onto the gurney and the nurse kept doing CPR and like that's what I mean by like I'm just like I just think in my head like damn I don't want to go out, I can't go out like that, I got to get home before that happens.
You're talking about on that little ambulance cart?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they were, but he died today. Somebody remember the old dude, Niederberger was his last name, George. He's been here for a while.
Oh no, I can't think of it.
He died last week on D Block.
Do you remember when we were in the gym? I think not
Oh, you're talking about the CPS old head, the big dude D.
I don't know who it was. It was 2023. We were in the gym. I think it was July.
His heart collapsed over in the gym.
No, I was talking about we were working out and he was on A block and that little ambulance cart drove by. I mean, they went to A block and then you seen him come out and the nurse was on top of him pumping his chest and he had his arm hanging off his leg. He had his shorts on and his leg was tattooed. He was probably like between our age. And I think his was, oh no, he tried to kill himself. As a matter of fact, I think he did die. Yeah, he hung himself, and he was supposed to be on cell restriction. No, his cellie was supposed to be on cell restriction, and his cellie went out to the yard. That's where they started implementing the whole everybody's got to live with somebody. Nobody can live in a single cell because.
Oh, that dude, he had a DUI. I think he only had like 2.5 to 5 years to do.
Yeah, I mean stories like that don't make no sense. They have light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, like it's right there.
Yeah,
it's right there. Like,
and they make it dark.
Like some of these guys that get kicked out of boot camp, right? I'm just like, damn, I'd do boot camp 10 times over.
Well, yeah.
If they like, yeah, you do boot camp 10 times, I'll do boot camp for 6 years straight if they tell me I could go home.
Ain't that something? It's 6 months. I know. I remember thinking when I was in there looking out the window and it would be like pouring down rain. I remember saying, man, if they would open this door right now, I would run home in my boxers.
Naked through the woods.
Yeah, I've heard people say that too. I mean, I run home naked from here, and I would say that would be a new charge.
That'd be a new charge.
So that's what I always would think or say. Man, I would do it in my boxers, man. No shoes or socks, right through them woods, all the way across Pennsylvania.
You know what I remember seeing a couple winters ago? It was probably maybe 4 winters ago. I was out. It was snowing. There was a bunch of snow on the ground. Went outside to shovel. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's snow all over the place, but it's clear. The sky's clear. Like you can see up there. You can see the stars. You can see the moon. You can see everything. And it was just like, I was just like thinking like, damn, it's been so long since I've seen the moon. Like, so not the moon, but like outside. Like, when was the last time you were outside at 3 o'clock in the morning? Like, and it's like, damn, it was so beautiful. And it was quiet. It was quiet. It was like, because even in here, like, even when it's quiet, there's always some noise, some type of background noise or something. But when I was out there shoveling the snow the one night, it was just quiet.
And there's always light. There's always light in there. That's when I got home. Like I slept with the night light for like the first 5 months, man, because I didn't. Pitch black was freaky. I mean, 12 years you're under light, and then all of a sudden
TV in the background, TV on in the background or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, and there, you don't really think about it, but I mean, tonight, even when you turn your TV off, look, there's light. You can get up and walk around because there's light coming through the door because the block is lit up.
Yeah, because the block's lit.
You can literally turn off your lights and it's dark. You can't see your hand in front of you because it's dark. And there, you never get to see that. So it was freaky, man. Oh, matter of fact, when the power went out.
Yeah, everybody starts screaming.
Yeah, well, joking around, kill him, get the guard. And
the camera.
The guards they'd be freaked out, like at the door. They thought it was really gonna happen. Ugh.
Where people just start screaming, somebody all the way across the blocks, just like,
Yeah.
I figured out the code for the RCA remote.
Oh God, I forgot all about that, Jane.
You know what you got to do?
Hmm.
You hit code source till it lights up. You press TV. You hit the power button about 150 times. The TV will click off. Then you hit enter, and it locks it on.
What? That can't be a legitimate way.
No, that's like the secondary way. The primary way was punching every single code for every single model TV, which is like 200 codes. I'm sitting there for 3 hours punching in codes that don't work. And I was like, maybe the secondary way will work. And it worked the first time.
So you're good now?
Yeah, I'm good now.
You
I'm
got a
straight.
remote for the TV? What are them channels like?
They're all right. I mean, you know how Dish is. The weather's shitty. Dish is shitty. Dish just has. I don't think they have up to par service.
Comcast,
I mean,
not
it's
Fios.
good. It's good. Like it's good. Like it's like we're getting stuff we never got before, but it's like $22.50 a month, and then over the next 5 years, it's gonna end up being at like $24.50, $24.80 when it's all said and done a month. Like every year, it's supposed to increase by so many cents.
That's what somebody else told me. That don't make no sense. And I mean, the thing is, because at $25 a month, I mean, at $20 a month, I mean, the average person in there makes, I think I made like $16 a month, as a GLP. And when I was a tutor, I think I made $50 a month. And then you have Act 84, which takes out 25%. And some of them dudes have that other act where they take out 50%.
Yeah,
so
after my Act 84, I make like $62
a month. And then you're smoking now. How much does this smoking habit cost a month?
Oh man, that's a bad habit.
I'm trying to get some of these advocacy groups to join me or help me change that, because those e-cigarettes made the prison, like, they changed the whole prison dynamic, man. People, I mean, you've seen it, they're they're giving up hygiene and their health for an e-cigarette, for a recharge, selling their tray for a recharge. That was a common thing, man. And I remember, I'll give you 2 chicken trays. Like, remember Dustin, he would have like the whole week sold. And then he'd have an e-cigarette, he'd smoke the e-cigarette, it'd be done in a few hours, and then he has nothing. And no food for the rest of the week. And I'd say, now what the heck are you going to do, man? You don't have a cigarette, you don't got no food? He said, no, I kept my breakfast trays. That's it. But I know there has to be some like alternative, like the e-cigarettes they got out here, man. I bought
even
this
like
one,
the
2
Geek
weeks
Bar.
ago.
The Geek Bar would last forever.
That's what I got right here, and this tastes so good. Actually, this would be a bad thing because I'm so addicted to this taste. But it's $20, and it lasts
It'll last probably 2 weeks.
At least, man, at least. Or this will probably last me 3 weeks. And you recharge it. It actually has a thing where you plug it in.
You got $20 in here, you're good probably for 2 or 3 days.
And then what do you gotta do?
More money.
No, to recharge. How do y'all recharge them?
I mean, you bust the plastic on the bottom, you take some wires, rig it, hook it into your tablet charger, and about 3 minutes later, you're good to go.
Oh, you missed you skipped over the best part. You plug that then into the outlet, the socket in the wall.
What was he trying to tell me? Because the tablet chargers are only 5. I think they're 5-volt, right?
I thought there were 12.
No, I think they're 5. That's the adapters I think you're thinking about.
Oh, all right.
Like the adapter, you could turn it up.
Yeah, it could go up to 12. Yeah.
So I remember when the E6 first came out, and dudes were like they didn't really know how to recharge them. I didn't know either. But I remember the one dude, he was trying to make a wick so you can make a donut and, cook a summer dog on the fire. Right. And he was asking me like, yo, how do you do it? I was like, I don't know. Remember when we still had the crossbars before they came out with these things?
Yeah.
I
2019.
was like, I don't know. But he had the coil that was on the inside of the e-cigarette, the wires coming out of it. I was like, I don't know. Right. I'm not thinking nothing about electricity. I'm just like, how could this coil like spark up to make a flame to cook this summer dog, right? And I'm just like, all right, yo, take the one wire, plug it into the positive on an outlet in the cell, and plug the negative into the negative in the cell, right? Not even thinking that's 100. What is that? A $1.10, $1.20?
Yeah, $1.20.
Yeah, it's $1.20, right? So the e-cigarette damn near blows up when he plugs it in, right? Because it's so much juice coming through a small coil. The coil just explodes, right? I didn't know what I was doing either. Dude was like, "How do you do this?" I was like, "Try it like that. I think that might work." And boom.
Well, remember, you're thinking of like the old days when you didn't have a lighter, how you light up a cigarette with the outlet.
Yeah, with the outlet, like you can use the coffee packs or the pencils, or you can use the pencils.
And you arc it. Put 2 pieces of lead in there. Take another piece of lead with toilet paper, wrap it around it, nice and tight, and then make a flare open toilet paper to catch the fire. Put it there, and then
it catches the arc and it goes up in a flame.
Yeah, if you do it right.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
What a lot of people don't realize, you can, with that, it's like you put one in the positive, one in the negative. And you can use, see, if some people are stupid, you just can't, you have to use like the graphite from the pencils, you have to use that all the way around, or you can use, like, I remember when I was in the hole the one time, we still had tobacco in the jails, and we put you got to strip the plastic off the aluminum coffee pack, and you put it on each side, but you can't use an aluminum coffee pack as the arc though, because it'll blow the power. You have to use the graphite from the pencil because it's like all that aluminum or metal or whatever. It shorts itself out and it blows the power. But if you use the graphite, it doesn't. I don't think it pulls as much.
That makes sense. I did it with the lead, but I never did it with that.
What, with the coffee packs?
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
When I was in the hole, man, I just read. What'd you do in the hole? How'd you pass that time?
My whole bid, like when I was going back there all the time, it was like get up probably 10, 11 o'clock at night, stay up till probably around 4 or 5 in the morning. I'll start working out, and then they'll come around for showers at like 6:30. Sign up for showers in yard. Get in the shower. Trade my yard for an extra breakfast tray, so I can, it's like I worked out for a couple hours so I can eat, and then I'll get in the shower. I'll eat breakfast, then I'll get in the shower.
Oh, wait.
Sometimes
you said trade your yard for an extra breakfast tray?
Yeah, like extra breakfast or lunch tray, like the egg tray. But like if it's the egg tray or the pancake tray, I'm gonna do it. But if it's not, I'm not. I don't want those other shitty breakfast trays. I want a good lunch tray.
Oh, so you trade the trays?
Yeah.
With another inmate?
No.
You're talking about with the guard?
No. Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought you were talking about. Because I heard other people say that too, man. Because you say it like it's natural. That ain't natural. You're paying the guard because the guard doesn't want to have to put you in all those handcuffs and take you out to this dog kennel. He wants to sit back in the room and watch TV. So he's paying you so he doesn't have to do that. I remember Dustin, or I think it was somebody used to say they used to do it for them coffee packs.
I've done it for coffee packs before.
Well, go. When was the last
I'll
time?
do.
Go ahead.
When was the last time I what?
Well, you were in the hole. You've been on the straight and narrow
Like,
for a while now.
well, I was in the hole. They had me on investigation like a year ago. That was because somebody lied. They said they received information that me and somebody had an issue. But here's the thing: you locked me up and threw me in the hole on investigation. The guy that you said you received information that we could potentially have an issue when he came out of the hole. That guy was in the hole. So why'd you have to throw me in the hole on investigation to figure out if me and this dude had? No, it don't make no sense.
How long did you sit back there for that?
Like 5 days, 6 days.
Ain't that bad.
You were still here. That was April 2nd of last year.
Oh, this.
But before that, it had been.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that. I do remember. I remember that now. I was over on A Block.
Yeah, you were on A Block because Jersey was in the hole at the time.
Yeah.
Because it's been like 3.5 years since I've been in the hole. Yeah,
You came
like 3.5.
way.
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
be really proud of yourself. You're growing up, Jay.
Yeah, my thing, I'm not trying to go to the hole. I don't want to. It's like, for what? What's the purpose?
Right.
If somebody puts their hands on me, I mean, of course, but you don't put yourself in situations where.
Right. I mean, there's times where you can't avoid it in there, but.
Yeah, there's times where you can't avoid it. You know, your hands kind of forced. You got to do what you got to do, but it's just like not everything has to resort to. Anger is a secondary emotion.
I do remember you beating up my cellie and my friend one day, and that wasn't not too long ago. That was what, maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was. I think that was like emotions and.
So the straight and narrow, it was a progress. It was a baby step to where you're at right now.
Yeah, it was like we both had a disagreement that day.
And in prison, that's how it's gotta go. Come in my cell. I was proud of him when he went in.
No, listen, I was too. I still think about it to this day, right? Because I remember he came up the tier, and I had the light off, but I'm like sitting back a little bit in the cell.